from the University of Notre Dame. Welcome to Echoes 16. Now, please welcome the head coach of Notre Dame football, Brian Kelly.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome everyone to the 2016 Echoes. I think most of you would be happy to hear that I am not your host tonight. I did, though, want to take a little bit of your time at the beginning of the show to remind us why we're here tonight. And that's because of these 26 seniors that are behind me tonight. When you come to Notre Dame, you come to win championships. Clearly, this past season, we did not live up to those expectations. But the heart, the work ethic, the desire, the pride, the conviction of these seniors has been on display and has been instilled in every player on this roster. All the success that this program has achieved and will achieve in the future is absolutely 100% because of these 26 seniors behind me. Let's take some time tonight and celebrate these seniors, and let's have some fun. These men have given everything to the community, this program, and most importantly, this university during their time here. They balance football, Camp Kelly, the program, film, weight training, position meetings, press conferences, while being an active member of the Notre Dame student body as well. Classes, study hall, group projects, job interviews, community service, and so much more in order to earn a degree from the best university in the country. When it comes to these guys and this team, I am most proud of them for achieving a combined 3.0 grade point average, all the while contributing 3,000 hours in community service. So seniors, I'm going to ask you to take your seats and let's begin the show. Enjoy this moment because they go so quickly.
Those 4 years go by in a flash. Fight through it.
None of you have to be here this morning. You wanted to go to a higher institution with higher standards. You chose this life.
Today, you make a stand. You put your 2 feet down and you say, I am not moving from this spot. You attack them right away.
So many people get in front of 100,000, they think it's a whole new game. No, it's what we've been doing for the last 100 days.
It's about us finding our way and finding a victory today. I want this Notre Dame football team punishing their opponent.
Ball is teed up.
Here come the Irish.
Kaiser keeps, goes inside, steps into the end zone, standing up. His 5th running touchdown, and the Irish go the distance on the opening drive and take a lead.
Goes to the end zone. Receivers open. Touchdown. No Corey Hunter.
And Dexter Williams is on the run. Can they catch him? They cannot. He's going to go the distance, 59 yards.
As they give it to Bolston again, and Bolston motors up the middle with a big hole and more first down yardage.
Just keep doing what you do, baby. Just keep doing what you do.
Here is a handoff. And breaking into open field, and on the run is Josh Adams. Inside the 30, and the 20, and the 10, and he goes in, standing up. Touchdown, Notre Dame. He just broke a 67-yard score. Greer Martini, he is the lead tackler. A lot of players go down in a splash of water.
On Walu, jumps on it.
Is sacked. Esmer Bilal. And the first half is in the books.
They're not taking it from us today.
You are always a winner. We are never defeated. Let's money team, baby. We're money team, baby.
D-boys on 2, 1, 2. D-boys.
Gut check time. That's why you play football, for these gut check moments right now.
Let's have fun.
Oh, yeah! Great energy. Keep the energy up, or let's go win this game.
The Notre Dame sideline gets into it again.
Blocked. The extra point takes a look. Pumps, looks long. On target. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Hurdles for the touchdown.
He might be the play of the year. Big roster, sack him, it's over. The Irish win the game.
Great job. Proud of every one of you.
And what you did this week is you had the will to prepare yourself for winning.
The things that I'm most proud of are our seniors. When these guys benefit from your leadership next year and the year after, you'll know why we're going to celebrate you.
Come on, a two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And now, please welcome your Echoes host from the senior class, Jack Collinsworth.
All right. I like those cornrows there, Corey. Here we go. You guys are looking good. Welcome. My name is Jack Collinsworth, as the voice of God said, and it is my honor to be your host for the 7th Annual Echo Awards. As host, it'll be my job to take a jab or two around the program. My hope is we can keep it light, keep it safe, keep it fun. But if any of these become fighting words, I already slipped McGlinchey 100, so we should be good to go. You know what I mean? What a beautiful venue we have, though. Layton Concert Hall here. We have Shamrock Series helmets down here on the front of the stage, I'm told. 1, because they're cool. 2, so that KJ Stepherson knows which way to look. You see these, KJ? Got you locked in? My man, that's my man right there. 6th-year senior Avery Sebastian is here tonight. I don't see him, but I can smell that Tiger Balm, so I know he's close. I know he's real close. Avery is so old, he's the first player in Notre Dame history to skip the combine and go straight to retirement. I get it, though. I get it. Who needs that NFL money when you qualify for Social Security? You know what I mean? You'll be all right. Speaking of old men, something that doesn't happen too often around here, senior captain Torrey Hunter Jr. got married. Let's give a little love to that. And if you've seen Selena, you know that was easily the best catch we had all year. Easily. You know I am. We're going to have fun tonight, but we're here to celebrate our seniors. We're going to hand out some awards, and at the end of the show, we'll announce the Echo for Most Valuable Player. We've got 3 nominees this year, so let's take a look at the highlights for nominee number 1.
James loves his teammates and he loves his team. I honestly think that he'll do anything it takes. He'll be a kicker. He'll learn how to kick, and he'll go out there and be one of the best kickers in the country. And I think that's one of the reasons why I've loved being his teammate for the past few years, because you can always count on him.
James Onwalu, the captain.
James Onwalu.
James Onwalu.
James Onwalu.
I always knew the type of person he was. You could kind of tell he had those leadership qualities. He always led by example early on.
Everybody on the field looks up to him. Whether you're looking or not, he's going to always do the right thing. He's that guy you want to kind of implement his habits.
What James did best was James always worked hard. You knew exactly what you're going to get from James. And every day he came with the work ethic that he was going to get better today. And so I really appreciated that as a player and as a friend, to watch a guy like that and be a role model for all the younger guys.
James Onwalu comes up on Daryl Bonner and throws him down way back.
James is a beast against the triple option this year.
I was going to the ball and he kept getting to the ball first. I was kind of upset, but it's for the team.
Pressure on McGeown, down he goes, and it's Onwalu who rushed him.
James Onwalu is the new sack master for us. Nice job, James.
Got some pressure here as that was Onwalu who cuts the ball loose.
He's looking around just like, oh, fumble, oh, wow.
It's like he didn't even know he made such a play. He was just so excited to make a play for the guys, and I think that just shows the type of man he is.
I didn't even know where he was. So I caused a fumble.
Even through this hard season, James was always upbeat, and was a guy that we could always rally around.
And he's just doing every little thing right, and he's a guy that really personified what it means to be a Notre Dame man, a Notre Dame football player.
I expect nothing less. It's James. It's just James.
Echo 16, Notre Dame football's award show, continues after the break. From the campus of the University of Notre Dame, please welcome Vice President and James E. Rohr Director of Athletics, Jack Swarbrick.
I want to add to Coach Kelly's remarks my congratulations to the senior class. When I think back on this year, this season, I will think often of the extraordinary leadership and example the seniors set. I'll also think about the way this team as a group never faltered, never cracked, came every day to every practice with exactly the attitude you'd want, with all the energy you'd want, and set an example that this program will continue to follow. If there's a moment I'll remember, it was one in San Antonio, but it was when we got to spend some time with Rocky Bleier. Rocky is one of the most remarkable people to ever graduate from this place. A guy who maximized his talents when he was here, went to serve his country in Vietnam, and nearly lost his ability to walk with a bullet in one leg and shrapnel filling the other, and got from that hospital bed to 4 Super Bowl rings with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if you read Rocky's book, and he talks about laying in that field in Vietnam and assuming it was his last moment on earth, it's a story of faith, but it's also a story of taking advantage of every moment, not wasting a second of your life. And so as you look back on our time with Rocky this year, and as you head to next season, I hope you'll borrow that from him. Don't waste a moment from tonight on preparing to win the championship that I know you can win here for the University of Notre Dame.
First award tonight is for someone that has dedicated himself to bettering the South Bend community. With the insane schedules that you all have, and I've seen the ability to take time and put a smile on people's face with a little bit of music means a lot. So here to present our Irish Around the Bend Award, please put your hands together for running back coach Autry Denson.
Let's take a look at the winner of the Irish Around the Bend Award.
You don't want to see me on the field punting.
Right, we got to keep you off the field.
Right,
man.
That's a good thing when I'm not punting. I love punting, but I like seeing first downs a little more than that.
Exactly.
NEWSOME's a rock for this team, and he's one of the best teammates anybody could ever have. He'll always shoot it straight, which is why you love him, but he cares about every single guy on this team, and I couldn't say enough good things about him. NEWSOME's the man.
On the weekends, after games and stuff, it's really hard to get guys to go anywhere. But Tyler, Nick Wisher, they'd always be there.
Helping out in any way you can is just all part of being a Notre Dame person, who that is.
No matter what the competition is, whatever matter the elements are, he's going to go out there and be the best that he can, and that definitely rubs off on everyone around him, and he's definitely a great teammate to have and a great friend as well.
Whoever he meets and new guys, they're not strangers anymore, they're friends, and he works hard to make sure that continues.
It's pretty special. We got Lugia.
He understands and knows that Notre Dame has given so much to him, and he's able to give back to the community best that he can, and he does it with a great smile and a great job.
I think any opportunity that we have to come and help out is the least we can do, and you're benefiting, they're benefiting, and it's something that's really cool.
He's a real guy who just cares about others, and that's a really awesome thing that I love about Tyler.
Please give it up for our Irish Around the Bend Award winner, Tyler NEWSOME. Tyler led the Irish in community service hours this season, almost twice as many as any other player. Our team has participated in over 20 separate community service events this season, and he took part in all of them.
It's pretty cool. I don't really do it for stuff like that. We've all been blessed with the opportunity here at Notre Dame. We've all been given so much, and at the end of the day, I kind of tell myself, what's an hour out of our week to help someone else out?
was always told by my mom, as long as you're on this earth, try and make a positive impact on someone else. So that's pretty much all I gotta say. Thanks.
The Nick Petrosanti Award is a good one. It's given to the player, the Notre Dame player that best exemplifies the traits of the late Nick Petrosanti: courage, loyalty, teamwork, pride, and dedication. The Irish All-American fullback was Notre Dame's leading rusher in both 1957 and 1958, and later was a first-round draft pick and two-time NFL All-Pro fullback. His attitude, work ethic, and unyielding desire to succeed remains a part of the Notre Dame football program's fabric. The winner of this award represents everything that Nick Petrosanti stood for and the true nature of a Notre Dame man. To present the Petrosanti Award, please welcome to the stage the Pat and Jana Eilers family defensive back coach, or in simpler terms, Coach Todd Light.
Good evening, everyone. As a Notre Dame alum, this award is something that's really, really special that the winner can take a lot of pride in. And, it's well-deserved. Let's take a look at the video.
Cole Luke, AKA Cheeto Dread.
I always give him a hard time because for the first 2 years he was so quiet, and now you can't get Cole to shut up.
I'm like, don't try to act tough after the play. You gotta act tough during the play.
Yeah. I think a lot of people look up to Cole, even if he doesn't have a C on his chest.
He kind of gave guys a lot of life, a lot of energy on the field.
He's a smart player in the secondary, so him and I working together and communicating and watching film together, it's been a blast.
Yeah, you got him all, man.
Is that good?
Yeah, you're straight.
Cole Luke's a gritty guy. I got to know him a little bit better this year. An incredible player, but really an incredible person. Whenever I was out there on the field with him, I could count on him.
Cole Luke yanks it out of the hands for the for sure pick.
No matter how much he played around, talked to us, had fun, he was a baller. He was out there to make plays.
And Cole Luke has himself another interception.
Cole is definitely a perfect teammate, I would say. He's a guy who always has your back, and, he knows how to bond with people. It's not all about, yelling and shouting at times. He knows how to really talk to guys and really get them to be on the same page that they need to be on.
He was responsible for our secondary, and he led those guys, that group being so young, and he brought those guys along, and he played a big part in that.
Cole exemplifies everything that you talk about in Notre Dame football having. Such a good teammate, and just led the guys around him. Even though he didn't have that C on his chest, he was a captain in my mind. Just the way he carried himself and represented Notre Dame on the football field.
Please give a round of applause for Cole Luke. Cole is an outstanding player, great teammate, and the one thing I love the most about Cole, not only is he smart and tough, one of the smartest DBs I ever coached, but he was an excellent leader for us, and he was like having a coach on the field. Ladies and gentlemen, Cole Luke.
Wow, I just want to thank everybody in the crowd right now. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. I also want to thank my mom, my dad, the rest of my family. My 4 years here have been awesome, and I owe it to everybody in this crowd right now, so I want to thank you guys with the utmost respect. Appreciate it. Oh, and follow me on Instagram at Cole Luke.
Echoes 16, Notre Dame football's award show, continues in a few moments.
10 heads to the ball.
The snap is good. So is the hold. And Youn's got it.
And you always want the ball to get in C.J. Sanders' hands. Give him an opportunity.
Sidewinder to be tough to handle. Running hard. C.J. Sanders pulling away further with every step.
Now here's a kick to Sanders at the 8-yard line. Starts up across the 20.
C.J. Sanders down the sideline. Are you kidding me? A special teams touchdown.
It's picked up, and Notre Dame looking for room to go, and they find it. Kick is blocked.
Blocked. The extra point blocked. It can be returned. Are you kidding me?
The Irish will tie the game with the return. Picked up by Notre Dame on the run.
present the Special Teams Player of the Year award. Please welcome Special Teams Coordinator and tight end coach, Scott Booker.
All right, good evening. We had quite a few big plays on special teams. CJ Sanders returns, Jerron Jones blocks, Yoon's field goals, and Tyler Newsome's punts. Here's the Special Teams Player of the Year. Please put your hands together for Special Teams Player of the Year, Scott Daly. Very proud of Scott. For 4 years, he never missed a snap, never missed anything. Played hurt, played injured, did everything we asked him to do. Was a great representative on and off the field. Loved coaching him, and we're going to miss him. Scott Daly. Good job, man.
Thank you very much. Just want to thank Coach Kelly, Coach Booker, for taking a chance on me 5 years ago to come play football at the greatest university in the world. I want to thank the specialists, all the guys, John, Sam, Jeff, Sam, again, sorry. You guys make coming to work every day so much fun. I love you guys. And also, last but not least, my amazing family. My mom, my dad, my sister, who are all here tonight. Giving me unbelievable support over these 5 years and throughout my entire life. I love you guys. Thank you.
And now for your next nominee for Notre Dame football's most valuable player.
EQ is a special player. His confidence and the way he plays the game is really special.
I've challenged the wide receiver room, every day, just trying to make sure that they go out there with the mindset that they can grow and get better. And I think EQ accepted the challenge.
Think about right now when you get to this, when you get here, just think about ripping that arm through and bringing the hand with you.
He definitely stepped into a big role, and we needed a guy like him to step in to make big plays, and that's exactly what he did.
When I think of a highlight reel touchdown of EQ, would probably be the Texas game.
Probably the Texas one. There's a famous cartwheel play.
Kaiser and the Irish. Empty set again. Kaiser downfield, wide open, caught, and what an athletic play into the end zone by EQ.
I think I threw the ball about 2 feet too far inside. Somehow he was able to reach out with his go-go gadget arm.
Yeah, he almost did the same thing as Navy.
I remember he tried to front flip over a guy or something to go to the end zone.
Touchdown, Notre Dame.
I mean, that's just a great player making a great play.
In the Syracuse game, EQ lit it up.
And delivers a strike. Equanimous St. Brown. Puts one down the sideline looking for St. Brown. He's got it again.
I'm in it just to rewrite history, cause I'm in the mood to.
Puts him as one of the best receivers in the country.
Like Randy Moss right there. Find this on YouTube. This the type of killing that these critics ain't used to.
I know EQ's name comes from like an Egyptian god or something like that.
And if you don't mind saying his first name.
I don't know how to say his first name.
Yeah,
I have no idea how to say it.
St. Brown.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, he's just EQ.
More Notre Dame football when we return.
All right, guys, listen up. Let's go.
Let's go, man. We got a perfect plan for this. Just execute it.
All right, now, we got to go through these plays.
Notre Dame just slams the door. Greer Martini catches him again. He was crushed by Daniel Cage. James O'Waller. Notre Dame comes up tackling a great defensive play by Notre Dame.
Intercepted by Notre Dame.
Cole Lucas playing some good football.
Intercepted by Notre Dame. Fourth and the yard. Rufus keeping Irish reading in Notre Dame. Comes up with a stop. Yeah! Great stop, by the way.
And a Drew Tranquil flashing in his again Martini.
Where are we playing? Great job. Great job. Great job, baby. That's that next step. That's that next step. Smart. Let's go. Keep your composure. Have fun with this awesome opportunity.
Now it's time to present the Defensive Player of the Year awards. Please put your hands together for recruiting coordinator and linebacker coach Mike Elston.
Defensively this year, we had some experienced guys mixed with a lot of young talent. But this player that I'm going to bring up to the stage right now demonstrated day in and day out incredible effort, incredible detail in working his craft. Let's show the video of the Defensive Player of the Year.
Pressure on McGew, and down he goes, and it's Onwalu who rushed him.
Onwalu with another terrific defensive play from the outside linebacker position.
It's got some pressure here as that was Onwalu who cuts the ball loose. Notre Dame looks like they're going to recover it.
Let's bring to the stage James Onwalu, your Defensive Player of the Year. Those of you that know James, you know he's a very impressive young man, both on and off the field. He came here as a wide receiver, but he was too tough for that group, so we moved him over to defense. And he's played multiple positions for us, and he's excelled at all of them. And this year was his breakout year, production-wise on the field. And the best compliment that I could pay to James is that you make me proud to be your coach, James. I love you to death.
I wanted to start out by thanking the LBs, pushing me every week, and you know, it's been a blast. Got the best room in the building. Also want to thank my family, especially my brother. Just came in on a late flight, showed up. Wouldn't be here wearing anything without you. Love you so much, and you know, it's been an unbelievable experience. Thank you for everybody that's impacted me and allowed me to have this unbelievable experience.
And now for your final nominee for Notre Dame football's most valuable player.
I think some of the words I'd use to describe Deshaun are calm, but demanding at the same time, which is something that's very rare.
He's just always calm and cool on the field, no matter the pressure.
Deshaun's a leader. He's a guy that takes charge.
No matter what situation we're in, we could be down 30, and he's reassuring that we're going to come back and win this game.
Fourth quarter and a game tie 20-all.
Here comes the pressure from the edge. Kaiser steps up.
Kaiser floats one down the sideline. He's got it again.
DK has this drive to be successful, this drive to win.
Deshaun deserves to be MVP because, you know, he's a great quarterback, great leader. That Army game, you know, he had a great game.
I remember a bullet he threw to KJ in the Army game.
Here's a snap to Kaiser. Fires a home run ball. Receivers out there. On target. Touchdown. One of the best plays of this season. You can't throw the ball better than that.
He best to score every possession we had.
That was pretty special.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Notre Dame.
People don't realize how big he is.
I know, he's a big dude.
You know, he's like Cam Newton. It's hard to tackle him even if you're a linebacker.
Deshaun is probably one of the most athletic quarterbacks I've seen just for his size.
He just runs differently. He runs more like a fullback when he gets to the point of contact.
Yeah, you know, being 250 pounds, you got two choices. You either use it or you find a diet plan. And I think that the whole team knows that the last thing I'm going to do is find a diet.
It's really fun to see him play out in the football field. Like, he'll do whatever it takes to win. He's like a veteran, like a senior saying, look, I got you. You know, just like, let's go out there and score.
More Echo 16 when we return.
There's something that's hard, let's bite down on our mouthpiece and play a little bit harder. I don't want to see anybody hang their head, not for 1 second. I want to see his brother step up and help him. It's out there, let's go get it.
To the end zone. St. Brown, touchdown Irish. Up-tip football with Folston, in for the touchdown. Terrific drive at the end of the half. Notre Dame throws the ball and going up and going down, going in on a diving play for the Fighting Irish is Durham Smythe, the tight end. So beautiful play.
Get tight, right? When the ball gets snapped, get right next to that tight end and go with it. Okay?
Notre Dame on offense now. Kaiser fires in the middle, in traffic, held on to
Kevin Stefferson. The ball is inside the 5. And here we go. Here's a pitch up the middle. Diving to the end zone. Touchdown. Very good call and execution.
And let's enjoy playing with each other and for each other.
To present the Offensive Player of the Year, please welcome to the stage Associate Head Coach, Wide Receiver Coach Mike Denbrock.
Good evening, everybody. First, I'd like to thank all the players on this year's team. It was an incredible journey for all of us, and not all we'd hoped it might be, but you guys were incredible all year long, and I just wanted to say thank you for your efforts and your attention to detail, your caring, not only for one another, but this great university, and I just wanted to tell you how much I appreciated that. It's my honor to present the award for the Offensive Player of the Year. It's both good and bad. I think we had any number of guys I could rattle off very deserving of this honor. Unfortunately, there can be only one, and let's take a look at the video and see who that might be.
To the end zone. St. Brown, touchdown Irish. Downfield, wide open, and what an athletic play into the end zone. He's got it again. Another touchdown.
Navy can't make the tackle. Notre Dame works the end zone. A cartwheel over the goal line.
Please help me in welcoming Equanimous St. Brown, the Egyptian god himself. EQ had an incredible year for our football team, and there's so many things that I appreciate about him. Number one, I think, is his work ethic and his relentless pursuit of perfecting his craft. And the best is yet to come. I don't think you've even seen this guy scratch the surface of what his abilities are, and I look forward to many great days to come. Congratulations. There you go, Big Boy.
I just want to thank my teammates, my coaches, and my family. Thank you.
More Notre Dame football when we return.
Get after him right away. Start fast. Attention to detail. Finish strong. That's all we know. That's how we play. Let's play like Notre Dame. You have a tendency on your outcuts to want to do this and peek. You're doing a great job seeing down the field, all right? Good job. So that'll help you, because remember, you want to show the defender this way all day. Those are feel routes. You got to feel that green grass.
Person comes out automatically, because I was coming here, then trying to.
So wide open. Okay, so tight end, you're reading this. Destroy everything in your path inside out. And we're swapping it. He's coming down inside. You got to stay on the line. We'll zero you out, okay?
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, you took advantage of the opportunity. Love you, man. You're the best. We respect you so much for what you do on a day-to-day basis and how hard you work.
Please welcome Coach Brian Kelly.
To me, the Next Man In is a selfless award, and from a program standpoint, this man has accepted his role. I think when you talk about the Next Man In, you have to accept your role in waiting, getting that opportunity when your number is called, and you do whatever is asked of you. And many times it might be someone that has to change their position. Let's take a look at this year's winner of the Next Man In.
Greer's had a great year for us. I don't think he even really realizes how well he plays.
Greer is a typical Notre Dame football player. He's a really smart kid, and he's a hard worker on and off the field.
Greer's so smart, he can do, Mike, Sam, Will. He's been going from here to there, all over the place.
We needed that. We needed that stop.
He's really just old school lunch pail, gonna come to practice every day and be sweaty and nasty, and you're gonna look at him and he looks like a football player.
Greer's just been a guy who's just been, he may not start or, he may not play as much, but, he's dedicated, and, when he does get in there, he makes things happen.
And on 3rd and 9, Carter is dropped for a sack, and flashing in is again Martini.
Greer Martini, the junior, can play all the linebacker positions and rush in.
As soon as he gets out there, he just makes things happen.
He's like our triple option specialist. Like he's the guy to get it done. I don't know how he does it.
He carried that next man in mentality. He played like he was a starter every time. Whoever he was coming in for, there was no drop off.
I love Greer. He's like my brother from like a different mother. Like really.
Greer brings it day in and day out on the football field. He's another guy that, you know, when you put your hand on there and say, count on me, you can count on Greer.
That'll be on 2, 1, 2.
Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage this year's Next Man Award winner, Greer Martini. Greer played all 3 linebacker positions, as you know, this year, recorded 55 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, and the 55 tackles were the most for an Irish player, and 4 fewer starts. So congratulations, man.
Thank you, Coach.
Great job.
Appreciate it.
Here you go.
Awesome.
Let's take a seat. We're going to talk a little bit.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course. So we did want to give you award winners get the 30 seconds to give a little thank you. So we wanted to give you that time. Obviously, a big award you just won.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. This is a great honor, great privilege. I want to thank my family that's here right now, and all my teammates that let this happen. Thank you.
You've been. Let's start with the Next Man In award, because this is a little different. I understand this year. Why Greer is the perfect fit in 2016?
Well, we asked him to play a lot of different roles. If you start with the Texas game, playing one position to the end of the season, and you've got to be able to obviously learn different techniques for each position, whether you're inside or outside. It's not easy, and he just does exactly what we ask him to do, and excels at it. And I think the piece up there with Niles talking about option's not an easy thing to do at different positions, and he grasps that. So when we talk about Next Man In, I think it's about what can I do for the team, and I'll be ready when you call on me, and that's Greer Martini.
I want to ask you about the triple option attack, because you've had so much success and made your name in a lot of ways when you play these triple option offenses. What is it that's different about those games?
For me, it's just my opportunity to play. So I look at it, it's the opportunity that coaches give me to get on the field, and I'm going to do the best job I can. I really think I can play at all different, different games, not just option, but option was my thing, so I had to become good at it, and that's what I did.
Who is Greer Martini within this locker room? Football aside, day to day, who is this guy?
I think he's more than just a player. I mean, he's a guy that's got the respect of his teammates, that they know that they can count. I think Drew said it the best. He's a guy that we can count on. He's a count-on-me guy, and those are important on a football team. That you can count on, and I know we can count on Greer.
When you start thinking about next season, which I'm sure you've already had in a lot of ways, what is it that we hope to accomplish as spring football approaches and then fall's right around the corner?
I mean, we just got to create a dominating culture, and I think this team can do it for sure. And, it's just a winning mentality. We got some guys in here. We have all the intangibles to come out and be a good team, and so we just have to put it together.
What do you see? Where do you see Greer lining up, playing? What kind of a role do you have in mind when you think about him next year, knowing the versatility that he has?
I think Greer, obviously his ability to impact our defense was pretty obvious in terms of what he can do. He's going to be on the field. He's going to impact both the locker room. He's going to impact what we do on the field. He's a playmaker. Playmakers play. And it doesn't really, you don't identify him with a label as a Mike or a Will or a Sam. Players play. Guys that make plays get on the field. He's going to be on the field because he makes plays.
Yeah, most importantly of all, he's just a good dude like the rest of this team is. So, Greer, congratulations to you. Next Man In award means a lot.
When we come back, hear from Notre Dame's most valuable player.
Pitching again. At the 30, look out, it's going to be a foot race. To the 40, to the 50, down the sideline, at the 30, pulling away. Caught by Fuller. He's on the run with a phenomenal play. 75 yards. Now Pickett will score a touchdown. Meyer will keep it and score. It's caught by Samoja. Inside the 20, inside the 10. He's going in. Notre Dame has scored. Brady Quinn does it again. Up for grabs and grabbed by who else? Golden Tate.
One thing you should know is that tonight, obviously, there is one award, and that is the MVP, that is voted on by the peers, by the players. And this year's winner had all the stats, but really what stood out to me was his mental toughness, his ability to handle the pressure that Notre Dame puts on this position. It was a difficult season. We've talked about that. But when you see the highlights of all the nominees, 3 really great players, this year's most valuable player separated himself with that mental and physical toughness, and playing this position at Notre Dame puts that on you. This year's most valuable player, DeShone Kizer. DeShone threw for 2,925 yards and 26 touchdowns, rushed for 472 yards, 8 touchdowns. The first Irish quarterback in school history to post back-to-back seasons of at least 20 touchdown passes and 8 rushing touchdowns. DeShone Kizer. Come on, DK. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Coach.
Awesome. There you go.
Appreciate that.
You get the middle chair?
Perfect.
You sat out there and you watched the MVPs through the years and the video. And what's your reaction sitting up on stage now after seeing that?
It's unbelievable. I mean, those guys aren't only the best players to play on those prospective teams, but also some of the best to ever play the game. I mean, Joe Montana, 4 Super Bowl MVPs. Archie Denson sets all the records here. A bunch of great football players, and now to consider myself among that list is truly an honor.
Coach, what's your favorite DeShone Kizer memory that you guys have had over this run over the past 2 years?
I would say when he took over the leadership of the football team at the bye week, when he decided that, I've got to exert my will on the football team. I think that was probably the watershed moment where, he demanded from everyone, that we had to raise our level of play. And, as kind of I alluded without saying the quarterback position, there's no more position more scrutinized than the Notre Dame quarterback position. And that's a lot of pressure to put on anybody. And I thought he handled himself extremely well in very difficult circumstances. And, when you can handle yourself outside this university as well as in the locker room and then compete the way he did, especially I think later in the season when things were at the toughest, that says a lot about his character.
Mm-hmm. I remember last year after the Virginia game, us two sitting out back, which is now home, and we were having that conversation and some of the struggles you've had, the ups, the downs that led up to that moment. Since then, in that 2-year journey that you've been on, what's the biggest thing you've learned?
This position is not about throwing touchdowns. This position isn't about, looking cool and looking glamorous. It's about representing all these guys. The work at Culver, the stuff we did with the program, all the stuff that goes into this, all the sweat and tears and the emotional ups and downs. I have the privilege of being in that marquee position to represent all of that. And I think that within the last 2 years, I was able to own that and truly buy into the idea that my identity and the way I go about my position is representing all 100+ guys who are out here with me.
And the entire university, all of which you've done pretty well. I'll say that. Ladies and gentlemen, your most valuable player, DeShone Kizer. Congratulations, buddy.